talking. Somebody can come in.
Yeah, we're gonna start talking soon now. I'm just getting everything set up.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be like, I'm just like, I just cannot believe the way my day went.
Yeah.
It's way worse than, I really want to get to the hospital.
Yeah, we'll talk to you
now.
Like
I desperately want to get to the hospital.
Right. I mean, either way, so you don't rush, you know, you still wouldn't be able to see him at this point, obviously.
You still what?
You wouldn't be able to see him at this point, so
Why?
that way you don't have to, because you're still working, you're still taking care of him, you know, it's a process, so they don't let anyone in. I just want to be there when I can. So, yeah, once we'll talk about we'll talk about that, okay?
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Thank you.
This is Courtney Clenney, and at initial glance, she seems to be a woman in distraught, but upon closer inspection, one might notice patterns of behavior often seen in narcissistic personalities. Her emotions seem to be fluctuating between tearless sobs and stoic demeanor. It's a confusing sight to bear witness to, given the fact that just hours before this interrogation took place, Courtney had stabbed her 27-year-old boyfriend, Christian Obumseli, with a knife. After nearly 20 minutes alone, investigators finally made their way inside the interrogation room. Courtney's first words to the officers are puzzling given the situation she's currently in.
Hello. My apologies for being absolutely fucking covered in blood.
Listen, you don't have to apologize, okay? I completely understand. All right?
It's possible that this is just a sign of Courtney's astonishingly low level of self-awareness, but it could also speak to the importance she puts on appearances. It is not surprising given her choice of career. Born in Midland, Texas in 1996, Courtney Taylor Clenney lived a life of luxury. As a child, she loved to take center stage and knew from a very early age that she wanted to pursue a career in acting. She would go on to appear in a handful of commercials and minor roles in movies throughout her life. But her career would take a shift in a different direction, and it would be here where Courtney seemed to find her true calling. At only 26 years old, she had cultivated a social media presence through her OnlyFans and Instagram accounts where she amassed 2 million followers. As an adult content creator and influencer, she reaped the financial rewards of her newfound internet fame. But behind the glamorous and joyous facade she would share to social media, there was conflict in her personal life, and most of it seemed to involve her boyfriend, 27-year-old Christian Toby Obumseli. While there was a pattern of violence in the couple's history, no one could have predicted that their relationship would come to an abrupt and tragic end when Courtney Clenney stabs her boyfriend Christian Obumseli to death.
Things happen, and you can't control it. Okay? So, you don't have to apologize for anything, all right?
What's your name?
Detective Prieto, okay? And this is my partner, Sergeant Rodriguez, okay? Today's Sunday, April 3, and the time is 7:36 p.m., all right? What's your first name?
Courtney.
Courtney? Can you spell it for me, please?
C-O-U-R-T-N-E-Y.
Okay. And your last name?
Clenney, C-L-E-N-N-E-Y.
Okay. What is your date of birth? It's almost your birthday.
It's oh really? When is your birthday?
The 13th.
My boyfriend's just the 12th.
Oh really?
He turns 28.
Super close.
Assuming that he.
Well, he's still in the hospital right now, so okay. Just take a breather, okay? I know this must be very rough for you right now.
No, we were supposed to go to the park with my dogs today. Like, this is not how I expected this to. Sorry. That's not what we're talking about. You asked me my birthday. Yeah. Okay, what's the next question?
Okay. Are you currently living there?
Yes.
Yeah? The address is... Okay. And what apartment was it? How long have you guys been living there?
Since the first or second week of January.
Okay. Oh, this year? 2022.
Yeah, we moved here in January this year together from Boston.
From Boston?
From Boston.
From Boston. Oh, okay. When did you guys come to Miami from Austin?
We visited last year in March, and we loved it, and we travel all the time together. We like the beach.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I mean, I've always wanted to live here, so he was like, he wanted to move to London, I wanted to move here, and I was like, maybe we should start in the U.S.
Yeah,
and he was like, that, and we did it. So.
Okay. How long have you guys been together?
About 2 years.
About 2
years? A year
years?
and a half to 2 years, yeah.
Okay.
Is he okay?
Finally, 22 minutes into the investigation, Courtney asks what would have been most people's first and initial question: is he okay? A narcissist by definition is someone with a pattern of grandiosity, need for admiration, and lack of empathy. For most of the interrogation, Courtney would display all of these traits in a variety of ways. A woman truly concerned for her boyfriend's well-being would have insisted on answers on his condition straight away. But for Courtney, Christian's condition isn't as important as her own self-preservation. It's unclear whether the detectives at this point are unaware that Christian is dead or if they're initially deciding to withhold the crucial information. In the interrogation room, sometimes not releasing information to the subject gives investigators several advantages in the conversation. Upon hearing from the detective that Christian is in the hospital and that the doctors are working on him, Courtney's demeanor changes. She straightens her posture and has an aura of cockiness that wasn't there before. From here, her responses become short, and it almost seems like she's annoyed by the entire situation.
He's still at the hospital. They're still, monitoring him and talking to him. So we're waiting.
Oh my God! So he didn't even have to have surgery.
Well, I don't know. They're still doing X-rays and stuff like that. So I don't know yet. I'm waiting to hear a response.
That's all I have to know. Thank God.
So
that's all I need.
We'll get to that in a little bit.
Okay.
And once we're done, I'll go talk to them again and see what's the update. Okay. All right. So you said 1.5 years to 2 years.
Mhm.
Okay. And you said that today you guys were supposed to go to the park.
Mhm.
Okay.
We were. Well, I'll just let you ask questions and I'll answer.
No, you can tell me whatever you want. You can tell me whenever you want.
Yeah, we had just gotten back together. I had broken up with him, and then he came back the last 2 nights, and everything was perfect. And then just got into an argument, and I ended up getting scared, and I think that I overreacted, or not overreacted necessarily, but reacted, and I just didn't know exactly what might happen. Yeah, we were right before anything happened. We were going to walk my dogs down to this park over by the Paramount, which has the beach volleyball and basketball court and all that. We're gonna walk them over there and let my dog Ranger play soccer. That was my plan for the day, and then go.
How old are you
to the movie? Or to go to a movie tonight in Miami Beach. My dogs are 8 years old. 8 years old?
Oh, okay. Both of them?
Yes.
Oh. You've had them all 8 years? Since they were babies?
Yes.
Oh. What breed are they?
Mini Aussies.
Mini Aussies? I love those.
Too.
Super smart. Okay, so do you guys work here in Miami, or do you guys have your own business?
I do social media, so I'm an influencer, I guess is what call it. Yes, I'm an influencer. And he does stocks and crypto.
What do you focus on, Instagram or social media apps?
Instagram, OnlyFans.
Oh, okay.
It's just, yeah.
It
pays the bills.
What's your Instagram?
At Courtney Taylor.
Huh?
At Courtney Taylor. Taylor spelled T-A-I-L-L-R.
T-A-I-L-L-R. L-O-R.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it that he does?
stocks and crypto.
Stocks and crypto.
He just has stocks and crypto.
Yeah, so he's pretty good with numbers and all of that, huh? Yeah. And he's done that since you've known him, or?
I mean, as far as I know, he's done it since he was 19, and he's 27.
Okay.
So he's pretty damn good at it. That's, I guess, compared to other people that do it.
Yeah. And how long were you guys planning on being in Miami, or before going to London, or?
I don't think London was ever really going to happen. I don't think I would ever do that. But yeah, we were going to move into a house.
Mm-hmm.
So have an apartment, and then we were like, maybe just move here for a year. And then once we got here, we were like, no, this is dope.
Yeah.
So we have the dog picked out. It's a golden retriever. We're gonna name Mello. So we were gonna get a house so we could have a backyard. Because I have 2 dogs, and then we're gonna have 3. So we're planning on staying here for a while.
Okay.
I just hope we get the opportunity to do that. Sorry.
Once again, you don't have to apologize.
Hopefully I'm over freaking out and like I'll be able to see him or whatever. But I don't see it.
Yeah.
I will keep it together.
Okay. So how about before we go into like the details of what happened today, okay? I have to swear you in and read you a couple other paperwork. It's just normal process for everybody, with victims, witnesses, everybody. Okay, so.
Well, I got a chance to talk to Christian today.
To who?
Christian.
Who's Christian? Oh.
The victim.
They haven't told me his name yet.
I don't know if I'm the victim. No. He's definitely the victim. What'd you say?
No, he didn't know his name, so he was confused. I was the one that went to the scene.
I just assume everybody knows everything.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Not always.
Will I get a chance to talk to him?
We'll see once we're done with everything, talking and with the scene and seeing what's the update with him, and then we'll definitely get you an answer later. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to go home and see my dogs, and I want to go to the hospital. Will I be able to do that tonight?
We took care of the dogs. We found someone. I believe your mom mentioned that's taken care of them before when you traveled. So
11 dogs. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got able to get a hold of them, and they're actually going to be taken over there. Just so you know. So they're taken care of. They're in good hands. They're probably actually already there now. Okay. So we took care of those. Because I know they were seeing they were going back and forth. We seemed a little, I know how dogs are. We're all dog lovers here. All 3 of us, we also have dogs. So that's like family, and we took care of them. Just so you know.
Yeah, the female officer that was over there was talking to my mom and trying to get the
one that was
food. So thank God.
So they're in good hands.
Thank you. I want to talk to my mom for an hour on the phone, and I want to go sit at the hospital. Am I going to be able to do that?
So far right now, I can't give you an answer. Okay, we just have to go through everything. Because remember, this just happened, so I can't really give you a straight answer. If I do, I would be lying to you, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to lie to you.
Okay.
Okay. Just as well as I don't want you to lie to me. I don't want to lie to you. We want to be able to understand everything that went down today. Okay, as truthful as we can be. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us?
Yeah. If I don't, what happens?
I mean, it's your choice. It's your right. But at the end of the day, we just want to figure out what happened. Okay? We just want to hear your side of the story and what occurred, so we can piece this together and come to an understanding. Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunately, we weren't there. You know, you were, so there's no better person to tell it than you.
And it took so long for I don't know what I honestly, it was such a blur. I was on the phone with my mom. I don't know.
Send for me right over here.
Yeah, you can reread it. Take your time, reread it again. Same thing you
This is why I would like to call my dad and say, can I just do this, or should I have to get a lawyer? Because I realize, like, how very serious this is. Like, I was sitting there in a freaking puddle of my boyfriend's blood, begging him to, like, please not, like, fucking give up on me. Like, man, like, this shit is fucking serious. So, I don't think I'm necessarily in trouble, but, like, I just would like to. Can I just talk to him? This happened, and the whole situation happened, and I haven't talked to anybody if it means anything.
No, I understand. Right now,
okay, well, you know what?
Okay.
What?
No, just.
I've never been in this kind of situation.
You can talk to your dad, but you can talk to him later.
But before I talk to you guys, why can't I talk to him beforehand?
Well, because I would like to understand what's going on.
I know, but like if I say, hey, is it cool if I sign a constitutional rights waiver
because
when my boyfriend
your dad is
like
not a lawyer.
Yeah, if you're an adult, if you were a
well,
minor,
he would be the one who would.
If
he
you were
handles
under
my
18,
lawyer too.
If you were under 18, then yeah, I would provide you a phone call to your father. But you're over 18, so.
I don't feel like it. I mean, when it comes to my parents.
Yeah, I get you. I feel the same way with my parents. You know, I still go to them too for questions that they've dealt with in the past.
Okay.
You know.
My dad handles my. I am so freaking out right now a little bit. Like I wanted to go to the hospital and I want to just call my fucking mom. And I know that I do not get that right. I know it. But here's the thing: is that this is constitutional rights waiver. My dad handles my lawyer. I'm not going to take a court-appointed lawyer. My dad handles my lawyer. I would not be calling my lawyer. So my dad is the first person you would call, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been in a situation like this where somebody's in a hospital.
Yeah.
I've never been in this kind of situation. That's why, like, I don't want to do anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I mean, it's your decision at the end of the day. But
what happens if not?
If not, then that's it. We don't talk about what happened to them. We just have to take the stories that we've been told from the people next door and previous situations, and try and narrow it down to what happened today.
We get a much better picture, a much better idea coming from you who was there today than us trying to piece it together from other people that weren't in there, you know. There's no better story to get than yours who was there. So which is why we prepare from you. But, you know, like you said, it's your decision if you want to or not. But for us to obviously proceed and make a better decision for all of us, it's getting your story, you know. You were there. You know, you were. So you.
My boyfriend is not dead, is he?
Well, he can't talk to us right now either way. He's in the hospital.
Jack is just homicide.
Yeah, so I don't know.
That's like the Dexter vibe. All of those things are like.
I believe they explained to you on scene. It's Sunday, so Sunday domestic violence units don't work. So we handle their calls anytime we get any type of domestic violence calls. We handle it for them, and so that's why we were raised from the beginning.
Can I go and come back?
No, unfortunately, no, I can't. It's steps, you know. Once we handle this, and we'll go to the next step.
Is there a chance I'm going to go home tonight?
I don't have a definite answer for you.
Okay, well, I'll just...
Okay. So the time is...
I need a
8 p.m.
There's blood up in my...
Let's start from the start. You guys were supposed to take out your dogs to the park, right? And then what happened after that?
Like I said, a little bit blur.
Yeah.
I was doing laundry and watching a Christina Randall, or listening to a Christina Randall video, and tried to call my mom. She didn't answer the first time, and then he came back with a Subway sandwich. Before he left, he recited exactly what I wanted. And I said, I'll text what I want to you. And he said, I know what you want. And I said, no, you don't. And he recited it to me before he left. And he got it perfectly right.
Okay.
And then he left. I guess he went to go bike over there. That's just what he said. I don't know if he walked or biked, but he told me he's going to bike or something.
Like a bicycle?
Yeah.
Okay.
He came back. And I said something about, like, oh, are you going to, like, reshare your location with me? Like, did you want to share it? And he said, yeah, I shared it. And I was like, oh, when did you do that? And he goes, the other day, like, when you were done with me. And I was like, okay, well, fair enough. And, like, reshare it. And then he told, it kind of, like, turned into, like, a little, like, argument or something. And then he told me to reshare mine, and I was like, okay, yeah, I will. And then I didn't do it immediately. He asked me about it again. And I don't know what I was thinking, but it just said something about, well, what if I'm somewhere you don't want me to be?
Okay.
Which I wouldn't have been. I love him.
Courtney tells detectives she loves Christian, but other evidence would suggest that she was extremely abusive towards him. Here, Courtney can be seen touching her nose as she says this, a subtle sign of deception.
But I feel like, maybe you don't want to know where I am. I guess maybe they'll just, like, hurt him because he was pressing me.
The truth is that narcissists lack the emotional depth to really love someone unconditionally. They are able to show romantic interest using expressions of love, flattery, sex, or romance, but for narcissists, love and relationships are transactional. So, while they might be capable of showing love and acting in ways that are loving, it tends to be conditional and dependent on what the narcissist gets in return.
And he ended up pinning me against the wall, and then I said, like, choking me on the floor. It's just like, they were looking at my neck, and I was like, I'm not saying, like, choking me, like, whatever. But he had my, like, neck, like, and this happened twice before, where I couldn't breathe, and I was on the floor. Yeah. I could not breathe. And I don't think that he is trying to kill me, but I was scared. And all 3 times I have been scared. So, yeah, I'm on the floor. And he had me pinned and lets me up. I'm on the, get my mom on the phone.
As Courtney gives detectives her version of events, it's clear that she's going down the route of self-defense, but her story is full of inconsistencies. At one point, she is standing as Christian allegedly chokes her. At another, she is on the floor being pinned down. Christian and Courtney's tumultuous relationship was riddled with incidents of domestic violence, but according to friends and the evidence collected after the fact, it would seem that Courtney was the primary aggressor. A year earlier, Christian had sent Courtney a message claiming that she had stabbed him so badly in the leg that he couldn't walk. The next day, he had sent another text message alleging that he had been hit in the head so many times during an argument that he felt like he had a mild concussion. In late January, Christian suffered 2 deep wounds, cuts to his cheek and chin that were so severe that he had to go to the hospital for stitches. Text messages reveal that Christian chose not to say anything and instead told doctors the cuts were from a football incident. Christian had also recorded some of their arguments before he was killed, and in at least one of them, Courtney had been heard using a racial slur. On February 28, 2022, Christian sent a text message to Courtney that in hindsight would not foreshadow his untimely death, but serve as a small glimpse into the terror he must have been feeling in his relationship. Is love going to kill me?
And I'm just trying to really remember. I heard my mom on the phone, and I remember she was standing like against the couch. Like we were obviously it was a big deal at this point. So this happened like over by the door and somehow moved like over in the living room. He was standing by the couch, facing toward the kitchen, and I was in the kitchen. And then he just like, I could see like all the whites in his eyes, and he was like coming at me. And so I grabbed one of these knives my mom got me for Christmas. I grabbed one of them, and I was like, I swear to God. I swear to God. It was just like, I grab it and be like, don't come anywhere closer to me. Because, earlier, I was having 2 other times I couldn't fucking breathe. I'm sorry. I couldn't breathe. And it's very scary. And I just think, like, just like this kind of thing where I was saying, like, do you know if he's okay? If he's choking me and he's angry enough, he might, like, this is different, I think. But if he's, like, choking me or, like, pinning me or something and I can't breathe, he might go too long. So I grab a knife and I said, don't come anywhere closer to me. I had absolutely no intention of using it. I'm on the phone with my mom, and he's coming at me like he's going to grab either the phone or, like, the knife or something. And so I was just like, I was like, don't come any closer. Coming at me, and I threw it. And I meant for it to go.
How far away was he?
Well, I was by my fridge, and he was like by the edge of one of the chairs of the sofa.
Okay.
Like
comparing to what
10 feet. I'm trying to think in my head. I'm trying to make the.
Was he closer than I am?
No, but he was further.
What, like the length of his room?
No, further than that.
Okay.
Oh, well, if I said, yeah, you're right, it was more than 10 feet then. It was definitely further than this.
Okay. I mean, it's in close, so it looks a lot smaller than it is clear.
It was further than this.
Okay. So then, you were by the fridge and he was by the couch? You were by the fridge and he was by the couch?
Yes, I was in front of the fridge. He was by the couch.
Yes. And then
behind my island.
And then what kind of movements did he make at the moment? He was going to walk
running
up?
At me.
Running? Okay.
Well, charging, aggressively walking, something.
What was he doing? Like, was he doing something with his hands, or?
I mean, he had his hands up. I couldn't tell you exactly.
Was he yelling at you at the time?
Yes.
Yeah, what was he saying?
Well, I'm supposed to tell. I put my hand up, so I really need to, like, think. So. Yeah, I remember one of the things, but I don't think it's relevant.
No, go ahead, tell me. It might be relevant. It might help me understand this a little more.
He said, why don't you go find one of the fucking guys in G-Wagons? Because I had said something about that when I broke up with him like a week ago. Out of anger. I didn't say it because I want that, because I love him. But that was just one of the things that you said.
Was that at the moment that he was charging you, or earlier in one of the arguments?
It was before he choked me. Yes, it was before he choked me.
Okay.
Or whatever.
So he gets.
So no, not right then. I couldn't tell you exactly what he said right then.
Okay. So.
But I swear to God, I was scared. I mean, after like what I had just, I was scared, and I was on the phone with my mom, and it was still happening.
Yeah.
I was scared.
So you told me that he had you against the wall at one point, right? With his hands over your neck.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you end up from the wall to the ground?
Let me go. Let me go, and then I started swinging on him because I had been against the wall.
Okay.
I started trying to hit him.
Yeah.
And then He put me on the ground.
He dropped you to the ground. What did he do? Like, did he like lift you up, or did he grab your hair? Did he just kind of like rotate you onto the ground?
I really couldn't even tell you.
He pushed you.
If I could have like been given all these questions, before, I could be like, maybe let me think about it. Or when I'm trying to remember like a whole situation of where I was very upset about something, which I've learned this in therapy and whatever. It's like write down like all the details so you don't forget. Just like write it all out clearly so that it makes sense to you and makes sense to somebody else. But I haven't had a chance to have a pen and paper or my phone to like write down exactly what happened, and I haven't really even like fully thought about it. So honestly, my answer is I don't remember.
That's fine. So he has you on the ground. You end up on the ground, and he has his hands over your neck, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And then is he saying something to you at the time when he's on the ground on top of you, or?
He was saying something like gritting his teeth. I don't remember what it was.
Like what?
He was saying something like gritting his teeth, like with the whites of his eyes, but I don't remember what it was.
Okay. And then he at one point he stops, right? Sorry. And what, you get up? You go to the bedroom, or what do you do?
I get my phone from the kitchen. When I got my phone from the kitchen, I called my mom. I was talking to her, and then he was following me around the apartment and acting like, just like after, we shouldn't be together.
You guys have a history of domestic violence?
Yeah.
You say you've been together how long, sorry?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Year and a half to 2 years.
So how many incidents you think you've had?
I don't know, but we shouldn't be together.
We say one or two, or just too many to...
Oh my God. Oh my God. I haven't touched my ankle. It's like, what? We're good. Like, I just want to take a shower, God. Okay. No. We can.
I'll get your trash.
I'm not trying to interrupt the...
No. You keep on.
Courtney's complaining about the blood on her ankle and how she would like a shower is just another example of her fixation with outward appearances. This fixation is typical for narcissists, and her career as an influencer gives further insight into her self-absorbed psyche. Not only do narcissists tend to take and post more pictures of themselves to social media, in general, they seem to post more of their bodies too. This is often an easy way to get the ego boost they so desperately crave. For Courtney, who seems to display signs of narcissistic behavior, social media was likely an avenue to fame and celebrity.
This is absolutely the most insane shit that I think I've ever been involved in.
I think anybody that goes through this
without
would be
a doubt.
just insane.
What'd you say?
I think that if anybody goes through this type of situation, it would be pretty insane for them.
Okay. You said domestic violence.
Have you made a report before?
No.
You've never made a report?
Oh, I did in Dallas actually about a year ago, and he was detained.
And what happened there?
He had pushed me in the lobby, but it wasn't like a big deal, and they made it a huge deal. And he ended up getting taken to the hospital or jail or something.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it was necessary, but yeah, he had been. And then also I had been arrested for as well in Vegas in August. So he and I each had one.
Okay. What happened in Vegas?
We just got in an argument in the hotel room, and what I guess made them arrest me was that I said I had thrown a glass at him.
Oh, okay.
Like a glass of, like a drink.
Okay.
Like you splashed
Which I
it.
think until that point it was like fine, I guess. Like I didn't, whatever. But they asked like, yo, did you throw something at him? Because I guess they went upstairs and they said, you throw it at him? And I said, yes, I did. Because what's the point? Why? I guess it's whatever. So yeah, they went up and they said, I guess they asked me about it. And I said yes. And they said, okay, that's DV or battery or something, not assault, but something like that. And so I got arrested and I was held for 12 hours. That wasn't fun. But yeah, those are the two incidences for. I don't know what the incident for him was like.
About how many incidents have you guys had here in Miami since January?
What do you mean?
Like how many times has the police been called to your apartment, or you called the police since January?
Okay. Police have been called once because I called them because my boyfriend was threatening suicide.
Okay.
I'm sure there are records of that or whatever. I don't know how.
Why was he threatening suicide?
I don't remember exactly what the situation was, but he was he had taken a knife. He grabbed it in front of my face, and then I got scared, and he was kind of waving it at me, but it wasn't for me. And then he took it into the extra room and slammed the door. And he has a history of self-harm, so I was kind of just like, okay, well, let me go in there and chase him, regardless of whether or not what's going on. And I tried to open the door, and he wouldn't open the door. So I got really scared that he was doing something in there that I couldn't control, so I called the cops. And he wasn't very happy with me about that, but I was really scared.
Did he say anything that he was going to do to himself, or?
And he's threatened it many, many times, but I don't remember if he did it right then.
Does he suffer from anything?
No, that's what he's told me.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the other time they called police?
Okay, and then this, I mean, the police were called because of us, actually because of us, twice. I mean, if I'm being correct. It was that time when I called, and then this time when it was obviously absolutely necessary.
Okay.
I was the one who called 911. Because I was literally asking him, what is our address, because I could not think straight. Baby, what is our address?
Today?
Okay, it was today. Okay, so there was that one. But the cops have been up there one other time yesterday for absolutely no reason. Absolutely none. They harassed, not the police, but security guards from the office, like young security guards. Came up for no reason. Bothered him, bothered me. I was about to go to the pool. They said, do you want us to keep him out of here? And I said, I mean, yeah, but y'all have been letting him up all week when he hasn't had a key. Yeah. But, I mean, no. Do you want us to call the cops? No. It's fine. Like, I didn't want him to get arrested. Like, there's no reason for that. And so, whatever. So I said no. And then he, I guess he just wanted to call the police or something, because right after that he goes, well, we saw you shove him, which he was referring to downstairs in the elevator. My boyfriend had followed me into the elevator, and I didn't want him to come in. So I go, stop following me, and I did this. And we were like, I mean, Christian will attest to a lot of stuff. Yeah. But that just didn't happen. So it's like he moved from Christian to me. It seemed like he just wanted to cause trouble. Yeah. So the police were involved yesterday when there shouldn't have been anything. And then I think there was like one or two times where I don't think the police were called, but maybe security, well, if you're talking about police, that's definitely the only times I can remember. Okay. Security have been called for noise complaints, for sure.
Because of arguments, or? And what do you guys usually argue about? Or is it always a different issue? You know.
I mean, no, kind of, ish. But I don't even know.
Okay. Do you mind telling us about those arguments or no?
I don't think there's a point. I cannot remember everything, so I'm not. I don't want to remember part of it.
Okay.
Would you say it's jealousy related?
For sure, for some of it, yeah. When will I be able to change out of these bloody clothes? I was holding him while he was bleeding.
Yeah.
I mean, my toes.
Yeah. We're gonna see if we can find something for you, and then we're gonna see if we can find something for you, and then bring it over, okay?
Find something for me?
Yeah. From your house.
Like to change over.
Why couldn't I just want to change in my own clothes. I want to take a shower and change in my own clothes.
Just give us a minute so we can get everything in order, and then we'll come back with you some news, okay?
Is there an update on Christian?
The other detective's working on it right now.
Is he okay?
We're gonna check. We're trying to reach the officer at the hospital. We have an officer and a detective there, so we're gonna try to reach them and see what updates we have. And as soon as we get them, we'll let you know. Okay. So just give us a few, and we'll come give you an update. And if you need the rest or anything, just let me know. We're recording either way, so you can just call us or we're not gonna do it.
We're recording either way?
Yeah, we have a recorder. So we have a tape recorder and audio recorder.
Oh, I've been praying a lot in here.
No, I brought this with me now, but we do have the cameras as well.
Yeah, I've been really going through it a little bit, and I'm on it. Can I tell you a concern of mine?
Yes.
I mean, I don't think it's a very big concern because I made it very clear I was in like a pool of
yeah, we saw. I was able to.
And I was holding him,
yeah.
so it's everywhere. I mean, like there's still wet blood on my ankle, so when I mean, it's like a long time in here without anything. So I'm like crossing my legs. Is that gonna like make any difference in?
No.
I mean, she said like taking photos of my hands and whatever.
Yeah, they're gonna come photograph.
I just don't want to like soak anything that like.
No, they're gonna come photograph you, and they're gonna give you like it is like a hazmat suit. They're gonna give you that temporarily. So they'll be coming out within, I would say, the next 10 minutes. And they'll be giving you and they'll get rid of that close to you, okay? Just give me a few minutes, and as soon as we get an update, we'll come back in here, okay?
Courtney is once again concerned by the blood on her and wants new clothes. After 3 hours in the interrogation room, Courtney is about to be emotionally bombarded by the reality of her situation. After stabbing Christian in their shared Miami condo, he was dead.
So, yeah, what a fucking nightmare. So you're living in a nightmare right now.
Yes.
You know?
What this is.
So just
Why are we switching here?
because they don't have a picture of your boyfriend. So they want to make sure that they have a photo, I think, from your social media. So they're gonna, because they don't have his ID, they don't have anything, so they need to know who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
they just want you to identify him.
Okay.
Yeah, and I said I don't have a problem with that. I mean, this is not a who stabbed Christian case. This is, we know what happened. Well, we know part of what happened. So
I will feel so much better once they just say he's stable.
Yeah,
and I've been asking.
Yes,
I've been asking so much.
That's what we're waiting for. Okay.
I mean, I feel like at the end, I mean, if he's not, that's a lot worse for me. But if he's not, that's just a lot worse for everybody.
Yeah. Of course.
Thanks. I need as much as I can get, honestly.
So they've asked for an update, and I asked them for an update as well. So they're checking to see what's going on, because they're.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I will do with myself if he's not okay.
No matter what.
I mean, I clearly we can't be together.
No matter what happens,
but
no matter where this falls, right? It's out of our control, right? You did what you could. Oh, so anyway. This is not polite, is it? Doesn't matter.
Okay.
There's no appropriate etiquette here. But anyway, so this room is recorded, okay? So let's just, I don't want to talk about, I mean, even if it is recording right now, what we talk about is confidential. They can never use it, but I prefer that we just not talk about the case. But just talking about it in general.
Okay.
No matter what his condition is, it's out of our control, right? We have no control.
Mm-hmm.
What's done is done. We can't undo it. We need to move forward, and my concern is you. Okay? I will be talking, obviously, to your family. Like I said, I still feel, confident that you're going home.
Right.
I don't know about tonight, but just because the investigation is ongoing. They can hold you technically for a while. And I know your parents, while they're conducting the investigation, they can hold you, okay? But listen, your dogs are fine. I'm on it. We're going to get you home as quickly as we can, all right? I know, and straightforward with you, there's some concerns about your mental health to make sure that you're okay, because this is very traumatic. So there may be some steps taken there. Yep, come on in to make sure that you're okay, and that's it. But we're getting you home, okay?
Okay.
So, have you met the sergeant?
I have.
Okay. Come on in. So yeah, this will now be recorded.
Okay.
But if at any moment I feel that they should stop recording, I will tell them that. Because obviously I'm here to protect you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. Courtney, so it's 10:45 p.m. right now, okay? Let's start off with, so I have a picture. Let me know if this is Christian or not, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Christian. Okay. So we have to inform you that Christian did not make it. Okay.
Upon hearing the shocking revelation that Christian is in fact dead, Courtney raises her hands to her throat. The neck is one of the most vulnerable parts of the human body. If a predator were to attack, they would go straight for the jugular artery. It would explain why when people feel threatened, they have a natural inclination to protect their neck either by lowering their chin or, like in Courtney's case, using their hands as a barrier. It's clear that while much of Courtney's behavior throughout the interrogation seems over the top, self-centered, and borderline performative, her body language after Christian's death is revealed as honest. She is in complete and utter shock. This seems to be the first time Courtney has expressed real and genuine emotion. As she begins to process the reality of what this means, it seems likely that the shock of Christian's passing was such a surprise because she was sure that he would make it. Narcissists have an inflated view of themselves. They are overconfident to the point of being smug. Courtney probably thought that so long as Christian survived, she would get away with what she did. Her shock has more to do with the fact that she will now be charged with murder than the fact that her boyfriend is dead.
Unfortunately, the doctors did what they could. And
Christian is dead.
Yes.
Oh my God. This is not real, right? Okay. There's no fucking way. Christian died? Can I please have a hug? Am I allowed to do that in here?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Relax. You'll be fine.
No.
Calm down. Calm down. Take deep breaths. Just take deep breaths. You're going to be okay?
I need to hug my mom.
I'll talk I'll talk to your parents and get them over here.
I cannot be left alone in like a room by myself.
You won't be.
After this. I just no, that's not true. That's not real, right?
It is real.
Christian is dead.
Yes. They're not gonna lie.
I know, I just can't believe it.
I'll talk to your parents. I'll get them. I'm gonna get your parents here ASAP.
We spoke to your parents, and they're trying to do everything possible to get here as soon as possible as well.
To what?
To get your parents, for them to come over here. So they're doing everything possible right now to find a way to get down here.
Deep breaths. Just take deep breaths.
I've been crying so much,
Don't.
and I just can't even cry right now.
Just take deep breaths. It's a shock. Just relax. Try to relax. And
Okay.
we're gonna get you somebody here. Okay.
Holy shit. No. No.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. Courtney, it's gonna be okay.
No, it's not. Oh my God. I wanted to be at the hospital. If anything happened to him, I just wanted to be at the hospital. I begged, can I please go to the hospital? I mean, obviously they put me in custody at my house, but like, I begged, can I please go to the hospital? Oh my God, our friends. Oh my God. Me?
It's been a long day.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and it's gonna be the same thing. And, yeah. And okay, that's the last time I ever talked to him. It's the last time anybody ever talks to him. Ever. The last thing he ate was fucking Subway.
Courtney, we can't undo what's already happened, so just this is going to be a process.
What I was saying to that other room, I said, God forbid, when like from far away, if what if it had accidentally hit a little bit lower and he died? That's what I said. You remember? I said, God forbid. Then a few minutes later.
So we we can't change what's occurred, and we're gonna move forward. So just step by step. So you'll get through this, all right? And I think the detective spoke to your mom. She's trying to get a flight to get you some support, because we just met maybe an hour ago. We're going to get you some support, okay?
Well, we'll give you guys a minute, okay?
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Let us know if you need anything else.
Is there anything we can take you now? You want, I mean, the water enough? Would you like something else to drink, like a soda instead, or something to eat?
We would be good. Actually, you know what? I think I'll be good for a while.
We'll be right
Okay.
outside, you anything, okay?
Okay, what I really need is a hit of vape.
As the interrogation comes to an end, Courtney displays one final sign of narcissistic behavior. There is zero concern for Christian, and at this moment, all she can think about is herself and fulfilling her own needs. In her mind, she is the victim. As the case unfolded in the media, a surveillance video from a building elevator in February 2002 appeared to show Courtney shoving and repeatedly hitting Christian. In the video, Christian attempts to dodge her punches but never strikes back. Courtney Clenney has since pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder in Miami. Her lawyers maintain that she is a victim of domestic abuse and that the killing of Christian Obumseli was an act of self-defense. Prosecutors argue that Courtney wasn't a victim in the toxic relationship, but rather the aggressor. Courtney has denied bond by a judge and is currently awaiting trial.